All right, so today we are going to talk about cultural appropriation in regards to spirituality. We're also going to tap in a little bit into spirit guides as well as humanism and what we can do as humans to align ourselves more deeply. My name is Sun, also known as John Lewis Williams, and I'm here to share some information on how we as people can better align with our spirituality as well as how we can be better humans. Now, when we think about spirituality, it's super important to focus on what is spirituality. Spirituality at its core is going to be how you choose to open your heart to receive and give simultaneously. At the core, that is what spirituality is. This is regardless of the gender, this is regardless of the demographic, this is regardless of the roots within the culture. Spirituality is the opening of the human heart. I've gotten hundreds of messages in the last few days, over this week really, about appropriation and about what is correct and what is incorrect. Now, to set the premise, I really want to focus on here, what do you feel you are doing and how is it benefiting humanity? That is the framing question that we want to use. When we think of appropriation, the focus here is not how we're helping other people, but rather how are we helping ourselves. So this selfishness and being selfish for others is where we can define the opening of the heart or not. The best way to practice any spirituality, no matter where it's from, is study. Definitely buying books, investing in mentors, investing in anything that allows you to understand the actual roots of that practice, that spiritual practice itself, is going to allow you the space and the time and the authority that you will need to actually not only understand, but practice it more completely. I also always encourage to build a community around the thing or the spiritual practice that you are leveling into. This will allow you further to understand, the objective truth. The subject you probably can study, Google, read a book about, but the objective truth, the actual concrete version of the humanity, that side is only going to be found in a community. So I really encourage you to build a community of study around your spiritual practice. This is going to allow you to have those feelings where you're not necessarily appropriating, but you're more so encouraging and uplifting other people around you. Next, I want to talk about spirit guides, because spirit guides are a very important topic, especially in regards to spirituality. Spirit guides and ancestors, as well as when we sometimes astral project. This, again, needs to be grounded by objective truth. Spirit guides typically have names. These deities or entities come along with personalities. They have needs and wants and desires. These spirit guides are also internal, especially if majority of the world cannot see them. They are primarily internal, so we need to honor that relationship not only with the entity, deity, but also the spirit within ourselves. The body is the vessel and should be used as such. With spirit guides, there's 3 things I love to touch on right away: offerings, communication, and command. These 3 are going to really set you up for success in regards to working with your guides. Working with your guides, I believe, based on my own experience, it's important to offer your guides gifts. It's important to offer your guides fruit, something that they can see that you are giving. Whenever you're doing anything spiritual, it's very important to understand that there is a relationship that is a little bit transactional in terms of what you put in is what you get out. It's just like, an investment into a stock. You're believing into a stock. You see that the stock has had a long line of success and you want to put your own into that. So when you're working with your guides, when you're working with your ancestors, make sure to give them things that they like, that they liked in the past, things that you are familiar with, that can really allow you to have a better rapport with them. It's like giving your grandma or grandpa or a relative a gift before you start talking to them about their long, deep, beautiful past. You feel me? Next is adding in that layer of command. That layer of command is going to allow you to say, what do I need to know is option one, but tell me, show me what I need to know is another way that we can really involve ourselves with our guides. When we ask our guides for things, they will give them, those answers will be given in time. But when we command and respectfully demand for these answers that we are seeking, this will expedite a lot of our messages, not only to ourselves, but from our guides and to our guides. In regards to appropriation, again, I do really think, and I believe, and based on the community that I have in the SGI Buddhist community, we have come to a small agreement where it is, studying deeply with other people will rid you of that appropriation. Appropriation is really at a very, simple, in a simple way, when you take something that is not yours and then you become the expert without crediting the roots. That is like becoming a tree, but then you're not actually in the soil. You're just a tree that's in a pot, which means you can be moved anywhere, which means that you're not real to the actual ecosystem of the earth. You're real to the ecosystem of your own inner world, which can disconnect other people as well. That's what appropriation is. The other aspect of appropriation that we want to address here is encouraging other people to practice, encouraging other people to study, encouraging other people to go down not only the path that you went down, but other paths that you've seen others go down, depending on what culture, what spirituality tools you are using and referencing in your own life, in your videos, in your relationships, all of the above. Last but not least, this video, I really want to end it off with something beautiful. Go ahead and download the course in my bio if you're into astrology, but at the end of the day, it's important to remember that we are human beings having a human experience. And without humanism, we do not have culture. So it's important to ground all of your thoughts, feelings, words, experiences inside of that human experience that is humanism. I want to end this video with a quick excerpt. Illusion about the true nature of existence is literally illusion about the nature of one's own life. This is the fundamental source of all illusions. If we are ignorant about the nature of our own existence, then we will be ignorant about the nature of other people's lives too. On the other hand, when our lives are free of illusion, we can perceive the treasure tower that shines inside of all people, inside of all beings. I am Buddhist, and one of the things with the treasure tower is it's an internal wealth system. So to build internal wealth, it's going to be based on the ladder. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to text me. This is a really great question from the community. Gratitude. Huge shout out to Ellie for asking this. She texted me yesterday. I decided I'd wake up, get a video out about appropriation, about spirituality, about spirit guides. So I hope this helped you out tons. Don't forget to subscribe. This will also be turning into a podcast episode. If you'd like to text me and shoot me some ideas on what you'd like to hear, what you want me to research. And if you want me to talk to anybody, go ahead and let me know. Definitely. I'm grateful for all of you. I hope you have an amazing Venus Day if you're watching this on Venus Day as I'm recording it. Otherwise, peace, love, the sun keeps shining. Let's go.